where the mirrors sleep. My grandmother used to say that mirrors don't reflect reality. They reflect what tries to hide from it. As a child, I laughed, of course, like anyone who hears a warning without understanding it. But today, at 42, after what I experienced in that house, I'd give anything not to have laughed. It all began with her death. She was the last of our bloodline. When she died, I became the sole heir to an old house in a village that seemed frozen in time, San Torbido. I don't remember on any map, but the lawyers gave me precise directions, and a week after the funeral, I was already driving toward the colonial mansion that, I was told, had been in the family for generations. The facade was worn, ivy crept up the walls, and the shutters were a faded green, dulled by age and dust. But what stood out the most were the mirrors, all over the house, in the foyer, down the halls, in every room, large, ancient, heavy, framed in ornate gold. Some hung crookedly, as if someone had moved them against their will. The notary warned me the house had its quirks. I didn't understand what he meant until the third night. I'm not an impressionable man. I work as a structural engineer, guided by logic, physics, and reason. But even so, I couldn't explain what started to happen. It began with a reflection. That night, as I brushed my teeth in the upstairs bathroom mirror, I saw someone walk behind me, a tall figure, moving silently. I turned instantly, heart pounding. Nothing, not a sound, not a step. I told myself it was exhaustion. But the next day, while going through old boxes in the attic, I found something that changed everything. A diary. It belonged to my great-grandmother, Clara. The last entry was dated 1913 and read, "The mirrors are restless again. One of them showed me my mother, but she died 5 years ago. She spoke to me, asked me to join her. This house is her prison, and the mirrors are her windows. If you're reading this, burn them, all of them, or you'll end up like me, half alive, half reflection." I shivered. This wasn't a child's tale. The handwriting was trembling, written in desperation. And then I remembered. When my grandmother died, every mirror in the house was covered in black cloth. I thought it was some old-fashioned tradition. So I uncovered them one by one without a second thought. That night, I dreamed of my grandmother. But it wasn't just a dream. She was sitting in a chair, facing a huge mirror in a room I didn't recognize. She stared at me and called my name in a voice that seemed to come from inside the glass. "Mateo!" Don't look at them at night. I woke up drenched in sweat. But the true horror came when I went downstairs and saw that same mirror with a handprint on the inside, as if someone had touched the glass from the other side. I tried to leave the house, I swear, but the car wouldn't start and there was no phone signal. I walked through the woods searching for the road back to town, but I always ended up at the same rusted gate behind the garden. So I decided to stay one more night, just one more, and cover every mirror. But when I grabbed a sheet to cover the large hallway mirror, I saw a figure inside it. A woman, tall, pale, with hollow eyes and a sunken smile. She wasn't my grandmother, nor anyone I recognized. And the most terrifying part, she didn't mimic my movements. She was watching me, silently, until she murmured, "Don't cover them. If you do, you'll go blind here, and we will see through you." I ran, like a child. I locked myself in my room, though I already knew that wouldn't help, because inside the room there was another one, a tall mirror, cracked in one corner, partially covered by an old sheet. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat on the bed, watching, and at some point I must have blinked, because when I looked again, it wasn't my reflection in the glass. It was me, yes, but thinner, paler, my eyes completely black, and it smiled. Not my nervous or polite smile, a smile that didn't belong to me. The reflection raised its hand and tapped the glass from inside. Once, twice, 3 times. And then I understood. They didn't want to kill me. They wanted to replace me. I escaped at dawn when the forest fog grew thick enough to hide me. I don't remember how long I ran, but I reached the village. No one wanted to hear my story. They said the house had been cursed for over a century, that whoever enters doesn't always leave. Since then, I've lived without mirrors. I don't keep any at home. I use my phone only with the rear camera. I shave by feel. But sometimes, just sometimes, I see them reflected in the eyes of others. The smile, the pale face. And I know they're still looking for me, because I saw where the mirrors sleep, and they never forget.